How's it going, guys? Gonna be a big one today. Happy Thursday. Surprisingly, iRacing released the next-gen cars last night, but they kind of messed up a lot of things. So in this video today, we're gonna take the car to a few places, to a road course, to a short track, to a speedway, and then tonight we're doing plate racing at Talladega, maybe even Daytona, maybe even other tracks. We'll see. But that will be tonight with the next-gen cars. So please come along and watch tonight around 8 Eastern. And if you have iRacing and you were able to purchase you only need one of the cars, so pick one, Toyota, Ford, or Chevy, then come along and race. But I wanted to make this video to highlight my disappointment with iRacing as of late. There are many reasons why I've not been doing iRacing a lot, and not I mean I've done no official races. And this is one of the reasons. The release of this car is massive, okay? This is a really big deal. They dropped the ball in a lot of areas. We're going to start with positives first. So first, we're going to go to Watkins Glen. Disclaimer, do not make fun of my driving. I have not been active on iRacing, actually, daily in a long time. I haven't done a road course race in forever. So don't make fun of my driving. We're going to take this thing to Watkins Glen, and I'll show you some of the positives of the car that, road course races could actually be kind of fun. And then we're going to go to a speedway, and I'll show you where iRacing completely dropped the ball and why I've been adamant lately that their physics or their model or whatever they're doing it just ain't working at the moment. Okay, so here it is. We're in the Camaro. Now, don't make fun of me. I have the driving line on because, listen, like I said, I mean, look at the bottom right of the screen. Incident counter times 17 times. Okay, I'm not very adequate at the moment with the car. But here's some of the positives. This thing is pretty fun at the road courses. It's sticky, but I mean, it's fun. Now, you will see as we go up through the S's. You don't need it here at this track because the setup isn't utilizing it, but you can go into 5th gear right here. So now we are in 5th gear. This is the new sequential gearbox, whatever it's called. But yeah, this car is fun to drive at the road. Oh, see? All right, I get a little bit loose there. Like, I'm just trying to showcase that you can have fun with it, right? It lacks a little bit of grip. See, I barely did anything, and the rear end lost it. Like, I mean, I'm not good, but it's fun, right? So that's not bad. I'm gonna try to complete a lap for you guys because this is. By the way, I don't know why I have number 64. Let me try to complete a lap. All right, so here's a lap at Watkins Glen. Let's see if I can actually do a decent lap. Nope, and I wheel hopped. All right. Well, this is just gonna be a video of me being embarrassing the whole time, but hopefully I'll be able to make a lap eventually. And I still can't get through turn 1. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. This is a type number 6574,062. But yeah, this thing it lacks grip at the road courses. It's actually fun. It's hard. Well, probably not hard to most guys on here, but for me it is. So it's difficult, but it's fun. Like, there's actually, like, I can feel like a lack of grip. It's tough to drive a little bit. Well, again, for me at least, there's a lack of grip again, as the braking for me is really difficult, as I have not been on here in a while. But it actually drives like a stock car. And when we get to the speedways, I'll show you the difference. And it doesn't really make sense. And short tracks as well. But at the road courses, it's definitely a lot of fun, definitely challenging. And as I struggle mightily. Yeah, see, I'm struggling big time. But I'm almost close to completing a lap, which is all I care about. I don't care how dirty the lap is and how bad I am. I just want to complete the lap. All right, there we go. I've completed a lap at Watkins Glen. But you can see it's fun. It's not bad. Terrible lap. I don't care. We're just gonna now wreck this thing. Oh God. Oh hello. Oh, and I'm in the fence. Oh.
I have to slow down and give up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm through the track. Okay. Well, yeah. Don't mind my terrible driving, but I mean, you can see the car here. It looks nice. It's gonna be one of the best looking, if not the best looking car that we've ever had in the sport. I mean, that thing looks awesome. The rear end diffuser there. The front looks very similar, but it's a smaller car. The roof is lowered. The deck lid is shorter, so it kind of looks. Man, that is some terrible driving. It looks like thick in the back. You know what I mean? Like look when it gets to the rear. Look how thick that rear end looks. Oh Lord, she thick. She big time thick. That thing, it looks really good. And yeah, I think iRacing has the rear end quarter panel. It's a little bit more flared out than I think they are in real life. They don't, because on iRacing they look pretty flared out, but in real life they don't look that flared out. Oh my God! Ignore this terrible driving. Lord have mercy. Oh god, whoever is driving this car needs to absolutely retire from racing in general and never play this simulation ever again. But I say simulation, I'm gonna quote that around there because now we're gonna exit and we're gonna go to a speedway. And let's just say this is where I have a lot of the problems. All right, so let's go. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do this in the middle of the video, actually. Shout out to all the Patreon supporters. I'm sorry I didn't do it at the beginning, but Tevin is the new Patreon, so shout out to you guys. All right, let's do this. Okay, now I want you guys to remember, this is Atlanta. This is worn out, beat up Atlanta, okay? Well, this is the 5th gear, okay? So we're using, what is it, 550 horsepower? And this, I want to reiterate, this is an iRacing problem. So this is not the car. So obviously I can go full throttle, as you can see. Now, that's not unusual for like 1 lap, right? With this package in real life, with the current car, you could go full throttle. But we're gonna run like 20 laps, all right? So let me put the, where is it? There's the lap timer, okay? You can see lap 1. It's my first lap on track. You can see we're going full throttle, okay? I'm gonna speed up the time on this video, and I'll see you guys 20 laps in. And you'll see why I'm really disappointed with iRacing. Alright, you can see we're on lap 6, right? Do you see any difference in how I'm driving? There's no difference. None whatsoever. I'm literally doing the same thing I was doing on lap 1. Car feels completely the same. I don't feel anything. Now, I don't care who you are. This is Atlanta. You can't do this at Atlanta 6 laps into a run. You just can't. I mean, we've seen that in real life. With a Gen 6 car, you can't. With the Xfinity car, you can't. With this car, you definitely can't. I know we haven't seen this car at Atlanta, but I know for a fact you can't. So, this, and I've seen a lot of disappointment from people who use iRacing a lot, and sometimes they're like, oh yeah, it's the car, right? Like, the car is going to suck in real life. This isn't the car. The car is not going to handle like this in real life. Do you see how easy this is to drive? I mean, do you see this? I'm literally going around Daytona and Talladega. This is worse than NASCAR Heat. I can do this the whole run. I'm serious. I can do this for 30 laps, and I won't lift at all. Like, nothing will change. So I just want to point this out because we're all going to criticize, you know, NASCAR Heat for being an arcade game. We're going to criticize or praise iRacing for being a simulation. This is not a simulation. What is this? You telling me this is a simulation? This is nowhere near a simulation. There is no way the car in real life drives like this. You saw the test videos with Eric Jones at Darlington? You telling me that's at Darlington? You could do this full throttle between. It's literally like I have I am literally running a restrictor plate, not 550 horsepower. I'm literally running a restrictor plate, like 410 horsepower, right now on this thing. It's unacceptable. Like this has to be fixed. This should never be in a state of release ever. This is just ridiculous. We're on lap 9. I just want to point out lap 9. You see, I could drive it one hand and talk to you guys the whole time. I don't have to focus on driving the car. You're telling me this is the next gen car? iRacing, this is what you put out? This is what you want people to buy? Are you serious? It's a joke. This is for a simulation. For a company that brands themselves as a simulation. This is a joke. And in a state of release, they capitalized because the next gen reveal was yesterday, and the pro drivers used it. It's never going to drive like this in real life, ever. Not even possible. And so I just wanted to point this out. We're on lap 10. Now we're on lap 11. I still have not lifted once. I'm still driving with one hand, and I am just chilling. I could do this for 30 laps. I'm not going to lift. You'll never see me blip out of the throttle. And I'm pointing this out because this is really bad for NASCAR themselves. NASCAR, they promote iRacing a lot. And they're like, hey, our real-life drivers are on this. This is a simulation. If you want to feel how the real-life cars feel, then go on iRacing. Okay, this is the next-gen car. I wanted to see how that feels like, right? I mean, this is nowhere near what it's going to feel like. I'm literally stuck to the ground, full throttle, 175 miles per hour around the track, 12 laps into a run at the most abrasive asphalt racetrack in the country at the moment, probably, in Atlanta Motor Speedway. And you're telling me this is realistic? It's really, really disappointing. I'm really, really frustrated with iRacing because it's not just this track. You go to any mile-and-a-half track, any intermediate track. I mean, this is Atlanta, so you could go to Kansas, go to Chicago, go to any other mile-and-a-half track. Texas, it will be the same exact thing. It'll be full throttle the whole run, no tire wear, no fall off, no mechanical grip, the whole mechanical grip thing we're talking about with this car. Nothing in it. It's literally like driving a slower Indy car. That's what I feel like I'm driving. I feel like I'm driving a slower Indy car. An Indy car, I'm going 220 miles per hour. You know, I'm grippy, but even an Indy car, I still have to lift at certain points. I mean, here, like, good God. Look, 14 laps into a run. So, I think the point's been proven. I'm going to stop there. Now we're going to go to a short track because this car also has issues at the short tracks. A different issue, but it has issues as well. All right, here we are at Bristol. This is my first lap. Never ran a lap here in the next-gen car, but I mean, do you see this? Do you see how fast I'm going right now? I've never run a lap. I just know how much grip this thing has. I mean, we're going 125 in the middle of the corner. What lap time is that? 14.5. Okay, I could do better. But basically what I'm trying to point out here is this is too much grip. It's not going to handle like this. I mean, it just isn't. You're telling me a little tiny spoiler and what this car has is going to handle like this? Mid 14 seconds. I mean, people who are better than me said they were running 13-second lap times at Bristol. I'm not at night, by the way. I'm in the sunset. I think the track's a little bit hotter, but like, come on, man. Like, this isn't what the car. And by the way, it feels like a dump truck too. I mean, do you see how much wheel I'm putting into this thing? There is no sign of mechanical grip. There's no sign of any of that. I'm just turning, mashing the throttle, and going at a ridiculous pace. I mean, that might be fun to some people, you know, how fast we go around Bristol, but it's, you know, I don't think it's as egregious as the Atlanta thing. I think, you know, okay, times are a little bit too fast at a short track, right? That's okay. That's something we can deal with, but like, at Atlanta, it wasn't very good. Now, this is Darlington. This is where iRacing, you know, they put the car on, the real-life drivers, and I mean, I think this is it's closer to what I think it'll be like in real life, but again, I think there still is. Look how sticky it is. So much grip. I mean, it's a little bit insane. Now, we can take full account. Remember the Eric Jones test video at Darlington? We don't know the tire wear and what they were on, but I mean, my goodness, look how sticky this thing is. It's just, I don't have to fight the wheel. I'm not loose. It's too much grip. There's too much grip in the car. I think it's fun at a track like Darlington. Maybe like a track like Dover, it could be fun. But it's very, very grippy and very, very sticky. I think my point here is like, if you're going to release something as important as the next-gen car, right? Make sure you get it right. And make sure, like, it is as close to the real-life counterpart as what NASCAR is having. And I just don't see how this is the car that we're going to be running. These kind of speeds, I mean, I don't see that. I don't see how that is going to be a thing. This amount of grip, like, is it really going to be this? All the drivers who have drove it said it's much harder to drive. We've seen test video footage of them really seesawing at the wheel. And we have this? It's definitely not really close to what I think the real-life car is going to be. So we'll see. I just wanted to point this out. I think it's not, you know, not ideal that you release something as important as this to the public. I think it was cool that they released it. Cars look great. They look nice, but I don't think you should release it to the public, especially in this state, especially with the speedways right now. You can't really run at Atlanta, at Kansas, at Chicago, at Texas, Michigan, Auto Club, like all these tracks. Like you, you're just full throttle the whole time. There's no tire wear. It's a little bit unacceptable to say the least. Now I will say, like, back to the positives, the road course racing is pretty good, and the plate racing, which I haven't been able to show you guys, but we'll do that tonight. So I had about 30 minutes, you know, in a host session last night where I was, you know, drafting a little bit and seeing how it works, and I was able to see two guys hook up in a tandem and go around the top and pass the like 5 cars on the bottom. So it seems like there's talent there. I think it's better than the current Cup Series drafting package on iRacing. So I think the plate racing is going to be a lot of fun with this car, and that's what we'll do tonight because I think that's the best type of racing. That alongside road course racing is the two best types of racing. But short tracks and speedways at the moment, I don't think are very good. I think Darlington's acceptable. I think like a track like Dover would be acceptable. I think maybe, I mean, Phoenix would be super grippy. We'll see, but I think iRacing really needs to get on the case here, and I don't know whether it's a setup thing or it's just the physics. I mean, I'm having this dilemma with iRacing recently. The physics are, they're just not ideal. I mean, they're not. You gotta sell me as a sim. This is supposed to be close to real life, and I'm not really feeling that. That's just my opinion. Maybe it's different for you guys, but for me, I'm not really feeling it. I'll still have fun in the plate racing. Again, we'll do that tonight. I'm gonna end the video here because I'll see you guys later tonight. And Arsenal play at 3 o'clock, and I'm gonna be super nervous. So we'll see. Come join, come support tonight in the live stream. I will see you guys later. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I mean, come on, let's make this next gen car drive realistically. This is not a car issue. I want to repeat that. The car in real life, I think, is going to be great. I think in the service though, for iRacing though, it's nowhere near what it is in real life. I think in terms of driving wise. So come on, let's go. I don't want to be running 40 laps full throttle at Atlanta, please. That's like literally like a nightmare. So come on, let's do this. I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourself. See you tonight. Peace out.